there's something I wanted to do, when, what I want to be when I grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a cartoonist.
Nice.
And not like a Disney animator or anything like that, but like a Sunday paper comic strip artist. And it, like, that sort of fell by the wayside because the timeline or the deadline seems like a maddening cycle.
Salutations, good people. Welcome to the CS Podcast, where we create stuff. Or if you're Trey, money!
Oh, God.
Create shit.
I don't know, what if you had 60 chickens?
An inch and a half, that's about that.
That's about there.
You said it with confidence.
Hey, kid, that limp was pretty good, but that wince was money.
Imagine throwing a Coke, and in midair, he's just like, ah! Like, I don't know what sound a Barry Manilow makes.
You know what a hawk sounds like, right?
I do. It sounded like you were trying to say a word. Jody in the Soapbox is opening for Retro Garbage tonight. We gotta get there, man. We gotta get tickets. The first thing we're gonna buy with our gumball money is an animated butt. What just chaps your nipples? Like, what is it? What is it, boy?
I don't know, son. It's just a joke.
Gary Bankston.
And today, we've got our hands absolutely full. Salutations, good people. Welcome to the CS Podcast, where we create stuff, or if you're Trey, create shit. And today, we've got our hands absolutely full with another guest. It's been a while.
It has, and you'll probably notice, I don't know where I'm doing this in post. He's either to the left of us or to the right of us, but he's on screen. You saw him right there at the intro.
Trey, who are we talking about?
We are talking about the one, the only,
the illustrious
Frezzman. Now,
That's
you guys, we've talked about Frezzman. Of course, we had an interview with him a couple of weeks back. If you remember the episode predating, is that the word I'm looking for? The episode before that we were talking about, hey, we've got an interview to catch. Well, that was with Frezzman. If you haven't checked out that interview, you can pause this video right now, finish up this video, whatever you want to do. Head on over to Frezzman's channel and buckle up. And I don't know, it was chaotic. It was fun. It was
3 hours.
It was 3 hours. It was everything you could want in an interview. It was pure chaos. It was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. So
yeah.
we want to extend a warm CS Podcast welcome to the man of the hour, the man with the power. He is way too sweet to be sour. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the host of the award-winning show, Demasked. Ladies and gentlemen, Frezzman.
Now, I know you party people at home can't see, but I'm blushing.
He's all pink and blue. If that's the mask you're wearing.
Well, it's always the mask.
I'm always blushing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me on. It's like you've mentioned before. It's been a minute since we've talked.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
At least in video, or I guess audio form. You and I have communicated a little bit here and there via Discord, just text, kind of setting things up. Mm. But yeah, it has been a while.
And me yelling at you guys on Twitter.
Yes. Well, why were you yelling at us, Frezzman, for those that have no idea what was going on?
So, those of you who haven't been keeping up at home, the CS Podcast edition of Demasked is the first and probably the only video edition of Demasked that will come out. And the reason for that is because after editing, I went to export it, and it took a week straight for the video to export.
We broke your computer. We locked it down for a week.
Yeah, and I'll have to get like the video or the audio file somewhere of just me like cry laughing at 6 a.m. Finally, it's finished, and I can finally upload it.
Yeah.
But regardless, I don't regret a single moment of it.
That's good.
Or a single week of it, I should say.
Single week of it.
Single day.
Well, I mean, we'd be sitting there and we'd be like, oh, Frezzman tagged us. Like, what's the update? Like, it was like a weird little game. Like, it was super exciting. Like, what's the update? What's happening? And then we got that final update where you were like, premiering on Monday, and we were like, what? Like,
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah, it was like Thursday or Friday that you said that, and I'm like, okay. I was doing math in my head, and I couldn't remember what day of the week you said you released. And after I saw that it was done, I'm like, oh, sweet, it's done.
yeah.
And I got to wait 2 more days.
I still have to wait.
Oh,
But that was okay because you got. I
Oh,
was just
worth
happy. Oh, totally. I was just happy it was completed.
Yeah, I'm happy it worked out. No issues
So
other than
much.
the lengthy export time.
yeah. I just and well, it got to a point. So my desk is sort of perpendicular to my bed.
Yeah.
So I turned my entire monitor to face my bed, so I'd be sitting on my bed and just look over and go back to what I was doing.
That's the digital content creator's equivalent of watching paint dry. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a painter,
Although
and I
I'd
don't
be-
even watch paint dry. I go take a break.
I say it'd be hard pressed to find paint that takes a week to dry.
yeah, true.
Oh, that'd be bad. All right, so I've got. I mean, we're gonna play this like we normally do, very loose.
Yeah.
Just like you did when we were guests on your show. But I do have a few things I'd like to ask you if you would be so kind as to oblige,
You don't have
Sure.
to, but
as to Mary J. oblige.
I mean, I did, interrogate you guys for roughly 3 hours, so I guess it's my turn.
yeah, we learned about Mark Duplass's dick, so that was.
Yep.
Now people have to go watch the interview for just that. I brought up Mark Duplass's dick. Go watch Frezzman's video.
Yeah,
Why were we talking about his dick?
Surprise.
I don't know. You'll have to find out.
The best part is, to my knowledge, that is not the only episode I've talked about Mark Duplass's dick.
Nice. Well, like you said, if you ever win a prestigious award, that's
Yeah.
what you're going to use your time
That's gonna-
I'm gonna
for.
All right,
thank
Mr.
Mark
Frezzman, you've got
Duplass.
30 seconds.
Hold on. I'm gonna hold up my award. You'll see it when I send you the. But I'll hold up my award and just like, special thanks to Mark Duplass's dick.
Just his dick, not Mark Duplass.
You'll take the first 29 seconds of your 30 seconds and you'll just build it up, saying nothing.
Yeah.
Really. Saying a lot, talking a lot, but saying
Yeah.
nothing. And then the last second, it's special thanks to Mark Duplass's dick.
I want to talk about somebody who really inspired me to put my best self forward. Mark Duplass's dick.
People in the crowd go, ah, and then they stop. Like, they're like, wait a minute, what?
Just that kind of like, yeah. Wait.
Do we clap?
Are we clapping
Mark
for him
Or
or...
for Mark Duplass?
Because I don't know that I want to... Yeah.
It would be worse if the person to hand me the award was Mark Duplass.
Thank you, sir. Your dick did wonders for my career.
I loved Creep 2, specifically 10 minutes in.
Yeah. Specifically this Mark.
I have like the time code on my phone, like right there.
Right. You remember that. Well, of course you remember Mr. Duplass.
You know.
You know, that moment we all got to see Marky Mark.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Oh. In the funky bush.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yikes.
We're going to get hit with slander from Mark Duplass and his dick. We're going to get or libel. It would be libel because
You're going to get hit with
You're
it?
gonna get a cease and desist.
slap us right in the face with it. Big old slap of slander.
Cease and desist.
Yeah.
The Mark Duplass's dick cinematic universe.
Oh man. Okay.
What's first up on the itinerary, Mr. Oglesby?
Okay. It is what was your earliest or biggest inspiration to start creating?
Besides Mark Duplass's dick.
I mean, yeah, I asked that question, but I just got my answer for 5 minutes.
I'm sitting there in the dark of the night, and I'm watching Creep 2, and he disrobes, and I'm like, I know now what I must do.
The phone goes off, red blinking light. Frezzman, we need you.
It is time.
I have to go. There's a light in the sky.
I know what I must do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Now, well, to give you an honest answer, a more honest answer, I should say.
A more.
Like there's a little bit of truth in the Mark II Plus.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
In my most fevered dreams, I see that, man.
Oh.
But to answer your to answer your question, it actually took a lot longer than most to start the YouTube channel and whatnot. Mostly because I was struggling with the sort of taking the step, actually starting the channel, that sort of thing.
Okay.
I already had the name in mind, and Demasked was a distant thought, but like I kept sort of having that moment of doubt where it was, hey, I should make a YouTube channel. What's the point? Nobody's gonna watch it. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right. I understand that completely.
Yeah, same.
But then there was a day where I was sitting here and I had already, built my computer and like gotten the stuff to do a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I had that thought again of like, what's the point? Nobody's gonna watch it. And then something in the back of my head was like, we're not even gonna try. Like at least give it a shot before we throw in the towel.
Well, I'm glad that voice kicked in. Because I mean, if it hadn't, there would be no Demasked. There may be no Demasked. Who knows? Maybe something else would have kickstarted it. But at least since that voice came in, we have Demasked. We got to meet you. You've got to meet how many content creators now? How many interviews have you done? I, at this point, because I think we were number 50, right?
Yeah.
And then I think
Yeah.
there have been 2 after us. Maybe 3?
So I recorded one yesterday.
Okay.
And that'll be a surprise for this coming Monday.
Okay.
But that interview makes 53 total.
Okay.
Okay. Have you had
And-
any repeat guests? Or is that 53 different creators?
Yeah, 53 completely different people.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
Well,
And-
we're over here breaking barriers. We gotta be the first repeat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of is. He's on our show now. It's kind of like Frezzman 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like,
That's true.
That's fair. That's fair. Then when this episode comes out, you two will be like, welcome to Demasked.
Yeah. We're gonna go take a bathroom break about an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
And then you can just take
Yep.
over.
yeah.
Hey, party people.
Hello, welcome to my show now.
Well, that's interesting to hear because Trey and I just did a little, I guess YouTube, like a free YouTube class that
Yeah.
was offered by like a, I don't know, like a
A semi, like, they were big enough. We had 1 million subs.
yeah. Teachers, they have programs that you can follow in order to grow, and they offered a free class, so we took it, and it was a reminder that a lot of people have this huge fear before they just simply start.
Well, a lot of people never take the first step, and that's
Right.
we talk about that a lot on our show. Is you've got to take the first step,
Right.
and no matter how long it takes you. Like Frezzman, how long do you think you would say maybe it took you to take? Like months that you were sitting there going, well, maybe I should start a YouTube channel. Nah, who would watch? Would you say it took maybe months, maybe years?
I'd say probably a conservative estimate, like 1.5 years.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, because it wasn't only just me going, I should start a YouTube channel. It's the people around me, like, hey, you should do that.
Oh, okay.
But
At least you had
then
encouragement. That's good.
Yeah, but then there was that self doubt of just like, oh, well, who's gonna even watch it, or what's the point? You
Yeah.
know. But like looking back, like the voice mentioned, that specific voice has helped me out of some terrible situations, and I'd listen to it anytime.
Good. We all need a
which
little
makes
voice
me
like
sound
that.
like an insane person.
No, I bet there's a lot of people who can relate to that.
Yeah. They just don't wear masks.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
that-
more
that-
what we would call approachable
Yeah, yeah.
and not scary.
Aw. see, but that's the thing. That's the thing I find hilarious is that I'm not a horror channel. I'm just a guy in a mask.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. It's just it's weird that masks become so synonymous with horror in that regard because you really aren't. Yeah, you're not a horror channel. You're right. You just chill and hang out, and you're yourself. You just wear a mask.
Yeah. I had a guy years ago. He was trying to like find the nitty gritty of why I wear a mask on YouTube,
Yeah.
and there's no greater like meaning. It's just I want to wear one. I like the privacy.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's very respectable. Like, there doesn't need to be any kind of... Not everything has some grand meaning or is some grand gesture. Sometimes
Right.
you just like
Well,
it.
Well, that and I would argue that this, or I'm pointing to my own head, but this makes it more recognizable in terms of like seeing it casually on YouTube. It's like, oh, there's a pink and blue mask. I know that guy. You know, that sort of thing.
That's a good point.
That's a fantastic point. And
Yeah.
a good, I mean, if nothing else,
Yeah.
a weird, like, happy marketing.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it from that
boon.
perspective.
Yeah.
So, another question: was there anything that you were involved in, or any kind of, I don't know, like, did you start creating before YouTube, like any kind of craft that you may have?
Like draw,
Yeah.
photography, or just whatever. You said you built a computer, so even
Yeah.
that.
So it's interesting you asked that question because there's something I wanted to do. You know, what I want to be when I grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a cartoonist.
Nice.
And not like a Disney animator or anything like that, but like a Sunday paper comic strip artist.
Okay.
Dude, that's awesome. That's a really like a specific niche, but that like I like that art style. I know what you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
like your
Yeah.
old Garfield, your Peanuts, or like any of those like yeah, any of those.
Calvin
I can't
and
think of his name
Hobbes.
right now. Hagar, I think.
Hagar the Horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it, like, that sort of fell by the wayside because it's, from what I can tell, that industry isn't competitive, but the timeline or the deadline of making something new every single week
Yeah.
that says something different without stepping over certain boundaries, it seems like a maddening cycle to put yourself in.
Yeah, I could
That's a
see
good
that.
point.
But yeah, I still occasionally draw. I'm way out of practice though.
Well, what do you say we throw together a CS podcast like cartoon strip? We'll get Frezzman to draw it for us, and we can just, it doesn't have to be a weekly thing. We'll just do wacky little whatever whenever.
Yeah.
like
it's gonna be a full wall mural of us all staring at Mark Duplass's dick. All
Of
of
course.
why would it
He-
not?
Right.
He's gonna be in the center and glowing like Jesus, and we're all gonna be staring at him. We're gonna be cherubs.
Oh. You'll be front and center in your mask.
I'll be Adam reaching up and like pointing.
Yes. We're holding you up.
Oh shit! Oh, I gotta get on that.
23. I'm gonna mark this time down because that's probably gonna be the episode highlight. That was.
If
Oh.
and
you not
on the
want that to
off
be the-
and the off chance, and I mean the off chance that Mark Duplass ever sees this episode, I'm so sorry.
Episode 29. Mark Duplass. Watch this.
Yes. Well, we create the timestamp, and it's just for him.
And the thumbnail is nothing but like
Click here,
his
Mark.
face and like a silhouette of a wiener.
I just had the most horrible vision. It's that damn like Pickle Rick with Mark Duplass's face on it.
Oh my god.
What have I done?
Look at me, Morty. Look at me, Morty. I'm Mark Duplass's dick.
Funniest shit I've ever seen. I do like how we started with Mark Duplass's dick, and then it became an introspective look into the creative process, and then veered right back onto.
And we will end with Mark Duplass's dick. CS Podcast. Live by the dick. Die by the dick.
Check out our new channel.
M-double-D.
M-double-D.
Now, Josh, you do wrestling, yes?
Yes, sir.
So what you need to do is you need to go out on stage into the ring in one of those giant inflatable dick costumes,
Okay.
Call himself the Red Rocket.
and you're just like, and you get the mic, and you're like, Mark Duplass, I'm calling you out.
Lay a promo down on him.
Just, you know, our last few encounters, you've really messed me up.
Yeah. You go out in the Red Devil outfit.
The red,
Or the Red Demon.
Red Demon.
Everybody, I like the idea that everybody in the audience has zero context,
Yeah, they're like, what?
Yeah.
and like you don't even give Mark Duplass's last name. You're just like, I'm here for you, Mark.
Who's Mark? And why does,
75-year-old man in the front row is like, huh?
who is Mark,
Everybody's
and
like-
why does this wiener want to fight him?
Why's that mushroom yelling at me?
They're looking at the roster like, there's nobody even named Mark here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy in the back with a headset and a clipboard. Like, who is he talking about? Who let him go out there in that outfit?
He's on the radio, like, somebody figure out what's going on, and radio chatter, just back and forth. Who's Mark?
Who let Josh go out in a wiener outfit at a church?
Yeah.
Who gave him that?
Who approved of this?
Who approved it? I did, because I own it.
Yeah, well, Josh is a third of the promoters, so
Yeah.
I guess he can do what he wants.
It's just- yeah.
We're probably never allowed back here, but
Yeah.
hey, he looks
We
like
just lost the venue.
he looks like he's having fun, and I don't know. I feel bad for Mark. He looks a little fired up.
Yeah.
We're taking this in a bold new direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those three old ladies that always sit down front, they're like, we're glad we paid $10 for this.
yeah.
They're really getting fired up. They would get fired up.
I just,
One of them's just nodding.
Get them.
she just wants a picture with me and a big old hug after.
Yeah.
Rip and tear until it is done.
Oh my! Oh no! I'm going where no wiener costumes gone before.
Boldly going. The final frontier.
Oh,
I'm imagining like tassels, like Ultimate Warrior.
I was shaking the top rope.
Yeah.
I just run everywhere. I don't stop. I'm breathing heavy.
Oh, what have I done?
Oh, well, see, no, what we can do. Oh, there's an amazing storyline that's brewing here between me and that outfit.
And Mark Duplass.
No,
Oh, no?
and the mistake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you watching or listening, the mistake is this incredible,
Greatest wrestler known to man.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Frezzman, if you would enlighten our listeners, who is the mistake?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to go this way.
I didn't sign up for this. Let me off this ride.
I didn't expect to be in a wiener outfit either, but here we are.
Here's what we're doing today. But I made a wrestler who is about 7 foot tall, ripped, like just jacked as all Jack can be, with the head the shape of an M&M.
Like a peanut
They
M&M.
sent Yeah, and I sent Trey a photo of it.
I've yet to see it.
Oh, I didn't show it to you?
No.
Well, I can't because my phone's
yeah.
the webcam, but I will after this.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yes.
I thought I showed it to you.
It's, you know what? Even after this, I'll have to get you like a full body photo of
Oh,
him.
please.
he
Yeah,
is
because all I have is
huge.
like neck up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just a
Eminem up.
picture of like his head, and it
Yeah.
takes up the whole frame.
Just the mistake mean mugging. I feel like he's a gentle soul, though.
No,
No.
No, he's a
No.
terror.
I made him a nightmare monstrosity. So I made him in WWE 2K16, and I maxed out all of his stats, all of his strength, his stamina, everything. He's a 3-time world champion and currently holds like 3 different titles alone.
Of course. Please
And-
tell me one of them's the women's championship.
Oh God, if I made a female version of him to fight the Divas,
A
it
Mrs.
would look
Mistake.
no different. They would look still super jacked and like no discerning female features, just still the mistake.
The mistake.
The Mrs. Take.
Oh yeah. but like I've made myself and like other characters that I've created in my writing to fight him, and we've all lost.
Terribly.
Yeah.
There's something disheartening about watching yourself, like watching a 3D avatar of yourself that you created, just get the absolute shit beat out of them.
Get stomped into the
Yeah.
ground by something I created.
Yeah, we did that one time. A couple of friends and I, we created ourselves in UFC, and my buddy Mannion. There's Mannion, there's Jody, and there's me. And Jody was playing, but he was playing as Mannion, and they were taking him through the career and everything. And we watched Mannion get rocked in the octagon, and you just watched the lights leave his eyes, and like his soul left his body, and it was so realistic. We were like, and we were just like, he died. Like his career's over. He's just dead.
Yeah.
And we just never picked it back up.
Oh.
It's weird. It's a
I-
weird feeling.
Oh, well, like with the mistake, and I've also made it so, at least in the canon, and this is a loose interpretation, the mistake doesn't talk.
So he doesn't talk?
No, it's just grunts and screaming.
Grunts and screaming, no less.
Yeah. So like, yeah, just I had this image in my head of like, you know, Stephanie McMahon with a microphone. How do you feel about winning the match? He's, ah!
Okay, Mr. Mistake. Well, thank you for that.
And new.
We need an origin story for him.
You know what? I have written one.
Have you really?
And in fact, I'm writing an entire like universe.
Of like the mistake and other wrestlers like him, or
So like the mistake and like how he functions and how he was created.
Yeah.
But then there's like a fictionalized version of like me, and then a character I made called Justice that's like a skeleton in a Uncle Sam outfit.
his name's Justice.
Yep. And a bunch of other characters, but the mistake is the main problem.
Okay.
As he should be.
Yeah. Sounds like he'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's fascinating. Keep us updated on this story.
Yeah. How do you
Oh,
quell
yes.
the gentle giant?
It's been written. I'm just trying to get people to narrate it.
Oh, okay. Well, I know a couple of those.
Same here. I know roughly 50 of them. Oh, well, like there are several. It's essentially like a collection of short stories, but it's all in one big universe. Oh, did I lose you? Uh-oh. 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 I don't know if you can see this. CS podcast, fellas, but I can't hear you. Can you... I'm texting them. Can you hear me? Looks like we're all alone here. How are you? You know? You should comment below their video telling me, the guest, how you're doing. I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. Are you having fun so far? I'm having fun. This has been a blast. Minus the... according to the fellows over there, it is storming right now, and their power flickered, so the router has been reset. Oh, they just dropped from the call. I'm feeling dead air. Here's my time to shine. For those of you who don't know, my name is Frezzman, and I am the accursed host of a talk show called Demasked, who I actually very recently had them on. Are you guys back?
So, sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulty there. Our power flickered, and it knocked our internet out, and so we got disconnected from Frezzman. But, as you got to see and watch there for just a couple of minutes, Frezzman, like the true professional he is, kept the show going all by himself. So, thank you, Frezzman.
Of course.
And Josh went on I think, a potty break. He left the room, so he'll be back.
He's on a sabbatical.
Josh left. He said, he said, I'm tired of this. One more power flicker and I'm out. And then it flickered twice after that. And then he left.
When's Desk Elves 2?
When is Desk Elves? That is a good question. So we're working on it. We've had we had a couple other things. Like we wanted to do, the second replay catches everything that came out with the Spooky Dukes. That idea kind of hit us. I think the next Desk Elves. Now, don't hold me to this. We've talked about a couple of things. Maybe like a holiday special kind of thing.
Okay.
If not, we also have a couple of other ideas. Like maybe they're in a ceiling fan, or maybe they're in a microwave or a fridge. So. I don't know. We've got a lot to play around with there. We're going to be out of town next week, so we're not going to be able to shoot anything here soon. But that's a good question. We'll keep you posted on that.
Well, so I adore that there was an actual answer. You know, like there is a Desk Elves 2 in the works.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a phenomenon that happens pretty often, I'd say, where I'll make a joke about something and then that something happens.
You manifested it.
Yeah. Well, like, did I tell you about the Murphy's Law thing?
No, I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
So, do you know what Murphy's Law is?
Is that anything that can happen will happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I don't believe in Murphy's Law in terms of,
We're back.
anything that can happen will happen.
Yeah.
It's... Now that you've said it, it's going to happen.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's interesting.
Hey, I'm back.
Well, hello. But it works for both good and bad things. It's like, oh no, the car won't break down. I'm like, the car is absolutely gonna break down.
Yeah, now that you've said it, oh yeah, totally, it's gonna break down.
Yeah, like it would be weird if it didn't happen.
Yeah. What are you eating?
Nothing.
Chili beans.
Oh, it didn't look appetizing when you held it up and smiled at the camera, so I was just curious.
Well, your wife made it.
Well,
I brought it back from the bathroom.
yeah, you got it out of the bathroom.
Oh.
It makes it even worse. So you go, your wife made it.
I knew you would have some remark.
Yeah. Remark 2+.
Remark 2+.
But he was asking us when is Electric Desk Elves 2 gonna happen?
Oh, see, I'm sure you told him there's been a lot of.
Well, I was like, we had gone in direct, like it could be a holiday special, like they could be in a Christmas tree, like in the lights.
Oh yeah,
would be a funny one.
The lights could be numbered.
Yeah,
E35.
Yeah,
it looks like B76 finally kicked the bucket.
Yeah, we need to, and then the whole strand. Yeah, they're sitting there and everything goes dark. Like the power goes out. Like
Can I give you guys a free idea?
Oh, of course.
You know those holiday displays where they play the Trans-Siberian Orchestra outside of people's houses?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
the giant light
Yeah.
displays? Just one of you just sitting with like a row of buttons and you're slamming buttons as fast as you can to keep up with the song.
That's really
Oh,
good.
that would be such a good montage. And we're just it's like Beethoven or something, like a modern day Beethoven.
Your hair's going crazy,
Yeah.
going everywhere.
It comes out of the knot, the ponytail knot. I like that.
I'm doing it, and you finally have to take the bucket off of my head. Like, all right, I'm gonna need you to see for this one.
It's a montage of like you fall like the steps in the first episode, you're falling down them, but there's buttons on every step.
That's a fantastic idea.
Shit. Well, the thing is, if I was there, I would totally take a fall down a flight of stairs to hit buttons.
Better you than us.
I mean, in wrestling, I never learned how to fall down steps.
I feel like you could figure it out pretty quickly, though.
Yeah, I know how I would approach it.
Yeah.
I don't know that it'd be right,
I
but
know how I approach steps. Cautiously and feet first.
I take a running leap and I hope for the best.
I don't know if you'd want a running leap off of these stairs. They've got some height. Luckily, the door's padded down below, so your fall might not hurt that bad as long as you aim for the door.
Oh man, I once took a header down like 4 steps,
Uh-huh.
but I hit hardwood floor, bounced, hit the wall, and then landed back on the floor.
were you in an episode of The Simpsons by chance?
Maybe.
Did you ragdoll?
Yeah, you heard like the Gary's Mod like flatline.
Yeah.
Everything turned red.
I feel like I've seen Homer fall down steps, and it's very like tush, 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 like his body's
Up on the
contorted
wall
a different way every step.
Oh, no, he cleared the steps. He hit the ground, wall, and then ground.
Yeah.
He didn't touch the steps.
Well, it was one of those instances where you're walking and you trip over absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like the air's out to get you. And
Like
You're
you owe
falling in midair. It's just Woody from Toy Story. That's not flying. That's falling with style.
thud, thud, thud.
Yeah.
Well, I learned okay. This is a not, well, I guess not a secret thing that I've wanted to do. I've kind of wanted to be a stuntman.
That fits. I can see it.
Well, because I weirdly
Same.
enough, I taught myself how to fall without getting hurt.
That's a good skill to have.
Dude,
really
it has
Yeah.
saved my bacon more times than I could count.
I guarantee it. Just not on the steps.
Oh yeah.
Not a whole lot you can really do to recover from that one.
See, I would love to be a stuntman.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, I
You've
could
talked about it. Yeah.
be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that I look like anybody.
You
Well,
kind
I
of
mean,
look like...
when's the Red Demon movie coming out? You can do stuff for that.
El Rojo Diablo. It's all dubbed.
I will stop you.
I was told by somebody that I looked like an American version,
Uh-huh.
which
Tom
is
Hardy.
hilarious. An American version of Tom Hardy in the face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't know that Brits in the face
Yeah.
look a lot different from Americans in
Yeah.
the face.
I don't know. You kind of look like royalty to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
is Tom Hardy
The
royalty?
Queen.
No, but the Scottish princess.
The Queen.
The queen.
Hey, I used to have a corgi.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, he died.
You
though.
did it.
Oh, well. You did it. You did it. Hooray.
Yeah. Rest in peace, little Joey.
Oh man.
F's in the chat for Joey.
He was a little sausage.
You made sausage out of him?
Why you gotta talk about Mark Duplass like that?
Corgi, Mark Duplass's package, it's the same thing.
It's all the same. They're all little sausages.
They're both fat and sit low to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whenever Joey would get really full, like he would overeat,
Yeah.
he would do this howl, but it sounded like a little bird. He'd
Yeah.
go. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about Mark's wiener singing now. Once it's been satisfied.
It looks like a graboid from Tremors.
Oh, the ground shaking. Oh no, run! It's Mark.
Hey, is that Mark Duplass over there?
He's got Mark's got this weird lumbering like the ghouls from Fallout. Just sliding along.
Oh no.
Okay.
Trail.
Now, real quick, has anybody here read Tank Girl?
No. I
So,
haven't.
Wait. Did you say Tank Girl?
Yeah, have you?
yeah.
No, but I've seen the movie.
Okay.
So in the comics, there's a guy who tries to be a villain, but he replaced his bits and pieces with that of a whale, essentially.
Like a whale's bits and pieces, or like a whale?
A whale's bits and pieces.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh. Okay.
And he's like, I'll be the strongest villain. And then, like, Tank Girl, like, lives up her top, and he immediately passes out from blood loss.
Oh,
That's funny.
that's creative.
It is the
That's
it is
good.
the quickest boss fight I've ever seen.
Wow. No, one of my favorite lines / I don't know, I guess scenes from a movie.
Yeah.
Was it was towards the end of the movie, and I can't remember the antagonist or the enemy or whoever has her in a, I don't know, they've got her tied up, chained, down or something.
She is. Yeah.
She has been subdued.
Yeah.
And Tank Girl looks up at the enemy and she says, "You've got a booger in your nose, and I think you need to pick it out with this finger." And she just flips her off after she picks her nose with her middle finger. And I was like, well, what a thing to say when you're about to be murdered.
Yeah.
That's what makes her Tank
McDowell.
Girl.
That was the actor who played the villain.
Who was it?
Malcolm McDowell. He played Loomis in the Rob Zombie Halloween remake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up because I think he played a role in Call of Duty Zombies. His
Yeah.
image.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you got the
He's a-
Rolodex here. I'm sure
Yeah.
Frezzman knows.
Look, as you're describing it, what you're not hearing, wonderful party people at home, is just the click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Oh, is that him?
Oh no, he's talking about his Rolodex, his head.
Oh,
Frezzman has the Rolodex. Yeah.
Also, Iggy Pop is in Tank Girl too.
right.
Okay.
That's right.
I don't know why I remember that. I just remember seeing Iggy Pop. I'm like, hey, there he is.
There he is. You're Frezzman. I would be remiss if you didn't remember that.
What was the actor's name again?
Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell. For some reason, I heard Rob.
Rob McDowell. Well, you probably heard him say Rob Zombie in the Rob Zombie remake.
Right, but I also thought he said I heard Rob or something.
Oh, I don't know.
With that, but Rob McDowell is a lawyer and lobbyist who served as a commissioner of the Federal Communications Commission from June 1st, 2006 to May 17th, 2013.
Good for him.
So I'm assuming this isn't the same guy.
I think that's a safe assumption.
Malcolm McDowell also played the main character in A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that's him?
Let me see.
Yep.
Stop it.
No!
Oh my gosh.
Why must I be cursed with this knowledge?
No, and that is him. So in Black Ops 3,
Uh-huh.
what was his name?
I don't know.
hoot.
Oh, I remember him.
It was not Dr. Monty. It was something else, and I've forgotten. Favorite video
Well,
game
you've got
of all
him pulled
time.
up. It should say.
Right. I guess I need to look.
Black Ops 3.
Yeah. Because his favorite line, or my favorite line, and I can't remember how he got to it, was, "I am that duck." I can't give you much context, but yeah.
So Frezzman,
Yeah.
moving on to
Moving forward.
moving on to your interview.
He was the Shadow Man.
The Shadow Man. There we go.
Screeching back onto the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just got really excited for a minute because he was two different people that I
Yeah.
didn't know he was.
That's how it works, man. It's wild when you start piecing together like, oh my God, this actor did this, and I didn't realize that he was this.
Well, I've watched so many YouTubers cover the Shadow Man
Yeah.
on there, and not one of them, probably because they're all really young.
Yeah.
Like a good 7-8 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
On average, all the like more popular COD Zombie YouTubers.
Yeah.
Never brought up that he was the main character in A Clockwork Orange.
Gotcha.
And that to me is the coolest fact of that.
Yeah.
Like that's blown my mind.
I'm giving a big old thumbs up in the camera.
So what?
I'm giving a big old thumbs up in the camera.
Oh. And
You're
Derailed
welcome.
again. That's it. So you'll have Demasked and we'll have Derailed.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess my biggest question is what is the inspiration for your mask? So the pink and the blue, like that design. It's very simplistic, but it's very eye-catching. And obviously people that are watching this on YouTube and not listening, they'll be able to see your mask and see what I'm talking about. And not only that specific mask that you're wearing, because I don't know what it is, but you have a medley of masks as well.
Oh, yeah, I have a whole box of them just off frame. So I like minimalist design.
Okay.
Like that goes for anything. Like even like superheroes. Like sometimes I'll look at a costume like that. There's just too many lines, too much going on. So that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted something that would be recognizable, but also representative of how I am as a person.
Okay.
So like I weep openly. I'm comfortable with that. I'm willing to, share my emotions, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
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 I can get behind that.
And the idea, at least behind this pattern, I'm pointing at my own head again, is that the pattern stays the same, but the mask, the holes or the whatever portion. I'm wearing a hockey mask right now.
Okay.
But, the idea is that the overall shape of the mask can change, but the pattern always stays the same.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like that. It's an interesting concept. Something that I don't think has it hasn't been explored in many like media that I think of when I think of masks. Like Jason, it always stays the same, or it'll be like some variation of a hockey mask, but there's not like the design's totally different. Like you still know it's Jason because of the way he looks, and like it's a hockey mask, but I don't know. I'm trying to think. Even like
When you're watching a movie called Jason.
Yeah, when you're watching that Jason movie,
Especially that first
it's the
movie
Mighty
where
Ducks.
Jason's the killer.
Yeah, remember Mighty Ducks? He was in like Mighty Ducks 13, Mighty Ducks: The Return of Jason, like all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
my mind continues to be blown.
yeah, Mighty Ducks versus Air Bud. They had that crossover.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, you had Freddy the dog, but like, but like even like other horror content creators, like if they change something, like it seems to be like a complete overhaul. Like, you know what I mean? Like if they decide that they're going to change something, like they're going to change their mask or something, it's a complete overhaul, a completely different mask. But yours, you keep the design the same so that like we all know that it's Frezzman. I don't know. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah. And there's something. It's a very minor thing, and I'm not. How do I put it? I'm not putting anybody down that does it, but
Yeah.
it's just not my thing. If that makes sense. But I don't like it when, like, you see Twitter accounts of other masked people, and their avatars like holding their mask like off to the side.
Yeah.
I think, did we talk about
just
this?
We
that-
did. Yeah, we talked about it on your episode. I remember you mentioning that.
It clicks something in my brain. I'm like, just not no.
Yeah.
And there's a I can't remember the company, but it's a statue of Jason Voorhees,
Uh-huh.
and it's redesigned as like an anime girl, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I
I've got an
know
image in my head.
It doesn't, but I have an image too. Yeah.
I'm falling down a weird rabbit hole, but like they have like the coat, the gloves, the work like Carhartt pants, and the boots.
Yeah.
But then they have a completely normal face, and then the mask is like sideways, like it's on the side of their head.
Oh, like a kitsune mask or something, like the fox.
Yeah,
like,
that drives me nuts.
That's odd. Yeah. Nani?
As a masked man, I am offended.
How do you do that to my people?
Well, that was, and I'll be non-specific here, but non-specific global problem requires the usage of masks.
Yeah.
And the starting joke was like, "Can I wear this to the store?"
This full thing.
Yeah.
I don't see why
And-
not.
But it's funny because I do have, and I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to find it. But I do have a custom-made cloth version that I can wear out in public.
Dude, that's awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah. Problem is nobody knows who I am, but that's okay.
But we'll get there. Baby steps.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then one day everybody will be wearing a cloth Frezzman mask. Or everybody will just be
that's-
wearing a Frezzman mask. We'll all be Frezzman.
We are Frezzman.
We are, yeah.
Oh god, that'd be so creepy.
Yeah.
Walk outside and there's like 30 of me just kind of staring.
all hoods and everything. Just standing on your lawn and like right there at the sidewalk. Just
Waiting for you to come out.
Just
you, their
standing.
leader.
well, even when
I-
you walk past them, they just lumber. They don't move.
Oh. I had a photo idea that I'm thinking of trying to do this year.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do like a subtle Halloween thing.
Uh-huh.
It was back when I lived with roommates. I lived with like 5 other people, and I wanted to give all of them one of my Frezzman masks, and then we're all just like at the dining room table staring at the camera,
Yeah, I like that.
and then just have some innocuous caption like "Friday night with the boys."
Knights of the Frez.
I'm all of the boys.
Did somebody cut the air down? It's frezzing in here.
Oh god.
That was terrible.
Yeah. If you just want to
so
end the interview now, like I wouldn't blame you. If you just want to leave.
Just
I think everybody would be on the same page. Like, yeah, man, that's it.
Me too.
That's the end of the CS podcast.
What a way to go out.
You did.
It's frezzing in here. I mean, come on.
Well, so I told somebody back at the start of my channel, if I ever get to a point and I call, there's a reason I call people that I interact, or the audience or whoever's watching this, I call them party people.
Yeah.
But if I told somebody, if I ever get to the point where I call somebody Frezzers, how's it going, Frezzers? I'm like, just shoot me. Just put me down.
Live.
Well,
Yeah.
Just right on camera.
So around the end of the Attitude Era, which you're familiar with in WWF, so The Rock had what he called his people.
Yeah.
The Rock's people.
Rocks people.
Hulk Hogan had his Hulkamaniacs.
Yeah.
And, well, do you remember the wrestler Test?
Yes.
Test had his testicles.
Good for him.
So
That's a good clap.
it
That's
was.
That
genius.
came through crisp and clear.
Yeah, and there was a guy on the independent circuit that, over 10 years ago that I would encounter from time to time in the locker room. His name was Zach Salvation. So of course he called his fans the Salvation Army.
Not to be confused with those other guys.
Yeah,
That's
the
that's
Goodwill
not-
the Goodwill Hunters.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all, actually.
Yeah.
I thought they were both great. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Frezzers
Frezzers.
or
Ugh.
Frezzmen.
Fresmites.
Yeah,
Fresticles.
Fresticles. There we go.
That's it.
Well, I like using the term party people.
yes. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
The thing is, it wasn't born with the YouTube channel. In fact, I used it before I ever thought about getting on YouTube.
Okay.
Just like with your
But-
friends, or
Or just like a larger group of people. It's just, how's it going, party
Nice.
people?
Okay.
that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's a fun
and
fact.
well, for me at least, it rolls off the tongue. Hello, party people. You know.
Oh, it really does. Oh, and I'm a sucker for alliteration, so
Well, that, and it's a nice neutral identifier, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's why I like salutations, good people.
yeah.
Just you good people, you.
Yeah.
You bunch of.
What about the bad people, huh?
And then you start the next episode. It's like, what's up, you pieces of shit?
So that's funny that you say that because
Oh no.
one day, David, my little brother-in-law, he's like been my little protege for the past 11 years now.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What if you just got on there and just started cussing everybody on your live stream?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. Maybe one day, just to be funny. Maybe on an April Fool's Day or something like that." I was like, "But just for giggles, let's hit record, and just so we can watch it back for our own
Yeah.
entertainment." And that is what I said. What you just said. I said, "Salutations, you pieces of shit." And then I just cut a promo on the stream. I'm like, "Oh, you want to be moderator? You know what? Moderate this. How about?" And then I just went into a whole.
Yeah.
Just
You hit
Yeah.
record, right? You didn't accidentally hit stream.
No, I didn't hit stream. And these videos are on my computer somewhere. I have to find them. But
Oh, we'll have to put those up.
I sent it to Susan at YouTube.
you since what now?
I sent it to Susan at YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, like I've been toying with the idea, and it's something I want to try by the end of this year, just to say that I've done it. I want to try my hand at stand-up comedy,
Oh, that'd be
Oh.
fun.
but I have several ideas planned, and I'm pretty sure one of them will get my ass kicked.
Are you gonna do it in mask?
Maybe.
Like
But-
I don't know how I'd feel sitting at a show and this dude awkwardly like shuffles up on stage with like a mask.
You know, that could be. It could add to the hilarity. Now,
it'd be
I
a
know
good
you're.
gimmick.
Now, it'd be a challenge because the facial expressions are everything.
Yeah.
But if you get up there and you make a joke and people can't see your facial expressions,
Yeah.
it might bring a sense of hilarity that nobody could have guessed
Yeah.
it would bring. Or
Yeah. It may just
it falls flat.
suck. Yeah. And that's how you walk right up on stage. What's up, you pieces of shit?
Yeah.
Well, like one of them that I wanted to do was go up on stage and then tell like really like family friendly jokes, just very pleasant, safe jokes.
Yeah.
And then at random intervals, just pick a person in the audience and just hurl abuse at that one person for the entire set. So what's all that about airline food? Shut the fuck up! Sit down!
This is the third time you've gotten a gin and tonic. Can you not?
Shut your yapper! Put your phone down! And like I want to do that, but pick like like a sweet little old lady. And
Yeah.
just like, you!
And it's worse because there's no eye contact. Like they can't see your face if you wear the mask. Like,
Yeah.
Just two blank voids staring them down.
yeah. Just at random intervals, you just take 2 minutes out of your set to just stare blankly.
And I also wanted to go on stage and have one of those like slow bleed blood packs that they have in movies. and there's no like sound effect or anything, but I'm telling like a story and I just slowly start bleeding through my shirt and never acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Like never talk about it as I just slowly bleed out on stage.
It's bleeding while you're telling a joke, and the crowd starts laughing because you're bleeding through the shirt. But maybe it's a really lame joke.
Yeah.
So you think that they're laughing at your joke when really they're laughing at the blood, and you're like, right?
Yeah.
I know. The dog did only have 2 feet.
Then you have to act all woozy. You have to slowly get loopier throughout the set so they get concerned.
Or keep it coherent until like, my name's Frezzman, have a good night, and they like put the mic back on the stand and just collapse.
Just drop like a Family Guy fall. Boom! Just right to the ground.
You get up and go,
bricks.
did you guys know I was bleeding?
Or pay somebody to like run up and drag me off the stage.
Yeah.
They're sitting there, they wonder if they need to clap, call 911, or what the hell's going on.
Or the person that you've been abusing verbally the whole time.
Yeah.
Once you get once you become revived, you look at that person and go, "You were so stupid and ugly. You actually made me bleed through my torso."
You did this.
That's your final joke.
Yeah,
You did this to me.
you're gonna have to live with it. You're gonna have to live with your choices.
With your
Yeah.
you have to live with the consequences of your choices.
Oh God. So there was this comedian back in the 80s. I can't remember his name for the life of me. It was one of those like late night comedy specials, and he's wearing this like oversized suit, and he's like, "Oh, we're all here to have fun tonight, and everybody's gonna get along, right?" And everybody's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Good, then we understand each other." And he takes his jacket off and he turns around and there's a revolver tucked in the back of his pants.
That's great.
Glad I didn't
But
need
he
to bring that
never
up.
brings it up again. He just
That's great. That's the kind of thing that you couldn't do today, but
Yeah.
that's funny.
I mean, I have a grenade I could use.
Okay.
Just duct tape it to my hand, like, all right, pretend to be like super nervous. Like, okay.
Well, by the looks of this, I've got about 45 minutes. So.
Yeah.
Jokes. I got some jokes, and like unfolding like a napkin that I've written on. Like, hold on.
What you need to do is go up there with the popsicles with the jokes written on them and just eat it
Just sit
throughout
there
your
and eat.
set. And then when you're done with it, with the dentist, give to the marching band a tube of toothpaste. And you flick the stick and pull out another popsicle and go to the rest of your bit.
Yeah, and you have to eat the popsicle for your next joke, and you're like, "Oh, hold on, give me just a minute." Yeah. Oh.
Poking it through holes on my mask, trying to.
Brain freeze.
Yeah. Yeah, you're stuffing it in your mask, so you don't actually have to eat it.
Yeah.
It's just falling out from underneath your chin.
I have this image of like slowly dragging on like a Coleman cooler. Opening
It takes
a
you
new
like
box.
6 minutes to get on stage. It's like 95% ice with like 3 popsicles in it. That's your whole
So you're
set.
digging through the ice for an awkward amount of time.
Yeah.
And all you hear is,
I'm
Man, I
pulling
can't
out
wait for this to melt.
I'm pulling out items that aren't popsicles.
Like a rubber chicken.
A framed photo of Carrot Top.
Life-size replica of Mark Duplass.
Oh.
I don't know how that got in here. You just toss it to the side.
yeah.
He's a little old lady down at front. I think this one's yours. I think your stuff got mixed up with mine.
The necklace from the Titanic.
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 I have this image in my head of pulling out a framed photo, like a signed photo of Carrot Top, but it very clearly says, "Never contact me again. Love, Carrot Top."
Yeah, it's a restraining order. It's a restraining order. You just taped his face to it.
because you cherish him so
picture-
much.
Yeah.
You're just happy that it was from him.
Yeah.
Like a picture I clearly found on Google.
Yeah.
Anybody actually? Yeah, he's really happy to see me in this photo. Like,
We're best friends. He doesn't know it yet, but we're best friends.
Him pre-steroids and drugs,
yeah.
so you can actually tell it's Carrot Top.
Yeah. You reach down, pull out Bruce Campbell. Actually, Bruce Campbell.
Actually, Bruce Campbell.
It's in the cooler the whole time.
Like a hole through the stage that he fits.
Yeah,
Because it's like a 3-foot cooler. Like,
right. And he just climbs out of it.
yeah. He climbs out of it and hands you your pop. So go, I think this is what you were looking for. And walks off stage. That's it.
Yeah, as he's brushing ice chips off of him.
Clean your room. Wash off.
Clean
Yeah.
your room.
He's soaking wet.
You gotta clean out your cooler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks, Mr. Campbell.
Hey, I cleaned my room. Well, that cooler's a mess. Get to work.
Yes, sir, Mr. Campbell.
All right. Love you, son. See you next week.
Like one of those like half-hearted like pat on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a smile, but the lips are like tucked in. Like,
The wrist is limp. It's not really a pat. Like,
it's just kind
yeah.
It's one of those pats like I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
of yeah.
Point me in the direction.
That's what
Point me
Ric
to the
Flair-
bar.
That's what Ric Flair said when he got through speaking for us
Uh-huh.
in the ring. I was right there behind the curtain, and as soon as he walked back through the curtain, he goes, "All right, how do I get out of here?" Like as soon as he walked through.
It's a busy man.
He was. He had to go watch his daughter in Greenville wrestle.
Oh, that's
It's the
understandable.
only reason he came to
3 count.
to do our show. Picked up a nice
He
little
did it.
nice little paycheck and he walked through the curtain. Oh yeah, he only did what he was contractually obligated to
Yeah.
do. That's for sure. And that
Those
included
are the best kind.
do
So
what?
Those are the best kind, where you just have to meet the requirement and then you
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, he's earned it. He's earned it.
Well, I mean, think about everything he probably does.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Nah.
Or has done.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
never mind. That was going to be not exactly kind.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't going to be mean. It was going to be the truth. But,
Yeah. Okay.
Moving forward.
Well,
Oh,
it'll set you free
no.
either way.
Yeah.
You ever have? Okay, this is an odd question to ask, but you guys ever have dreams having to do with your YouTube channel?
Sometimes, but it's been a while.
Maybe when I was streaming on a regular basis and I was
Yeah.
really active with my channel.
As I say, when I was pumping out content on Spook You.
But I don't know that I've ever had a dream about the
CS
CS
podcast.
podcast.
It's because we're living the dream, baby.
Oh,
Why would we?
We're
that's
here.
true.
Well, the biggest question becomes: is this episode even happening?
Oh, don't you do that to me.
Oh, God. With the way my sleep is, I don't know.
You know how I know if it's really happening? If Mark Duplass walks through that door right now, then I know it's not happening.
And
I
then
know
all
it's a
I hear
dream.
through my headphones is, "Hi guys, I'm Mark Duplass," and they're just followed by screaming and then silence.
So Trey has a dog who is blind, and he headbutts his way into this room that we're in.
Yo, if he'd have done it right then, I'd shit
I
myself.
I was just waiting on him to. So the door, you have to lift up just a little bit for it to actually, connect with the hole in the door frame.
Yeah.
To make it shut. And if you don't do that, he will just headbutt his way in.
Oh, he pushes right in.
So that would have been fantastic if he would have just. Poof.
Otherwise, you pull up on it, it's just right, and all you hear is.
Why do you startle the crap out of me? Too much
Trying,
hype.
so he doesn't know if it's unlocked or not. He's just trying.
I was waiting on like one or both of you just be like, "No!"
Well, I almost screamed because Trey just smacked the table and literally, comically, my drink, my bowl, everything just lifted up an inch off the table, including my heart out of my chest. It's all this caffeine
from the beans.
from the beans. The caffeine from the beans. They're caffeinated beans.
They're coffee beans. You've been eating coffee beans.
Well,
entire
You
time.
look down.
Morgan made them. That would make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I once had, I wouldn't call it a nightmare, not like a oh, you're at school and there's a test today.
Yeah.
It was more like I had this weird dream that I was in the middle of a convention.
Okay.
And that I had a panel, but I could not for the life of me figure out like where I was or how I even got there.
Yeah.
And some guy off stage like hands me a mic. He's like, "All right, you're on." And I'm like, uh-huh.
That was just you with amnesia in another life. Like, it happened.
It's a vision of the future.
Yeah.
I will say I can't tell you the times over the years that I've had the dream that I'm in a wrestling locker room.
Yeah.
I can hear my music playing, and I'm still in my street clothes. And I've not, like, it probably takes a solid 10 to 15 minutes to lace up a pair
Would
of
you
wrestling
just go out in
boots.
your boxers?
Well, I'd have to get undressed. I wouldn't even have time to get undressed.
You just do it as you're making your way down to the ring.
Yeah, just undressing.
Yeah, just take it off.
Or put it under your street clothes and then you just tear your shirt in half as you're walking out.
Yeah,
That's right.
you just never leave home without your wrestling gear on. You're kind of like a superhero.
Oh.
That way, at any point in time, you could unbutton your shirt. Well, I guess that doesn't matter because you're shirtless. At any point in time, you could take your pants off and be ready to wrestle.
Well, I mean, I don't need wrestling trunks underneath my pants to be able to take my pants off and be ready to wrestle as it is.
I'm having this image in my head like, are you ready for the match? You're like, hold on, and trying to like fight with your belt. Give me a second. Hold on.
Just give me a second. I got to look tough here.
Dude, I just really got to get it. It always sticks right here, and it just WD-40 on the hinge.
I really got to get a new belt. Just give me just a minute.
My trunks are caught in the zipper. Hold on.
Hang on, I'm trying to look cool here. Let me get into my tights.
Yeah.
No, they're really cool. They look like underwear.
See, you could wear your wrestling boots under your street shoes.
Yeah?
Yeah, just ready to go whenever.
Okay.
We'll just Dean Ambrose it. You just wear a jacket, you take off the jacket, and then you fight, and you put the jacket back on and leave.
Yeah, just a
Showbiz, baby.
tank top and blue jeans all the time.
Watching Dean Ambrose like that has to be the easiest dress up.
Yeah.
Here's some jeans and like a tank top. Go out there.
Right. Well, I'd have to unlearn some wrestling moves, and I'd have to be a worse wrestler if I wanted to impersonate Dean Ambrose.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean
and I'd have to-
Ambrose, if you're watching this.
You could have a similar gimmick to Dean Ambrose, but instead of a jacket, it's just your hat.
Yeah.
You just flick the hat into the crowd.
Did I tell you about the story? Did I tell you I used to wear my hat backwards to the ring?
No.
So I was in a tag team. We were called the Wild Boys. I didn't come up with the name. The promoter did.
I don't claim this.
Yeah, we were a cool tag team, but our
Yeah.
name not so much. So I would wear a hat backwards to the ring. Well, there was one night in North Carolina. We were booked on a show in Forest City. We were the second match. We finished. We got a call from a promoter in Hendersonville, North Carolina. Hey, are you guys free tonight? Well, we're about an hour and a half away. Well, if you get in the car and come now, you can wrestle on our show. And so we jumped in the car in our gear, we drove to Hendersonville, got out. We were in a triple threat match. I had to wrestle him too.
Yeah.
It was kind of dumb the way the promoter did it. Anyways, before the match started, there was a balcony that sat up high in the building.
Yeah.
And I took my hat off and put it in the ring. Well, the guy that we were wrestling, he grabbed the hat and tossed it up to the balcony. And there was like a group of guys that always that the balcony was their like main seats.
Yeah.
That's where they always were. And well, anyways, a little bit later, the hat got thrown back down into the ring. And we were still waiting on my partner to walk out, even though he was my opponent that night.
Yeah.
For some reason, I picked the hat up, and I went to put it back on my head. I don't remember why.
Oh, no.
And as I was putting it on, I could hear them up top starting to get louder. Well, I stopped right before I put it on my head, and I looked up, and they all went, "Aw." I looked down in my hat, and somebody had hawked a loogie and spit it into my hat.
Oh.
I was like, well, that's not nice.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the microphone, not caring if I was going to be invited back or not.
Yeah.
And I called out whoever did that. You know,
Yeah.
after my match is over, meet me in the parking lot. And I was straight up cussing him out.
Yeah.
Well, the promoter, he caught wind of it. He took my hat. He walked upstairs, demanded to know who did it.
Yeah.
And one guy fessed up. he said, go downstairs and wash his hat out in a sink.
Oh,
So
good on him. Good on the promoter.
Yeah, really. Thank you, Gary. Or
Yeah, 'cause
Viper.
that Viper. I can't.
Yeah, that was his wrestling name.
Kayfabe.
So I walked to the bathroom.
Can't use a shoot name. Come on.
Yeah, sorry, Gary. So I go to the bathroom and I watch him wash my hat out, and I said, "Dude, what were you thinking? Like,
Yeah.
what made you think this was okay?" He was like, "I'm sorry, man. I got excited. People were like egging me on to do it," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, well, maybe don't do that again." I said, "You might run across a guy twice my size with an even shorter temper,
Yeah.
and might not make it out of here." And he's
Yeah.
like, "You're right, man. I'm sorry." So he got through washing my hat. He handed it to me, and I said, "Appreciate it." And then I threw it in the trash can.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "I'm not wearing this hat again." And then
Oh,
I
that's-
upgraded to an Under Armour hat.
Good for
That's
you.
good. That's real good.
Yeah. So, jackass.
So, question for you two. Would you ever consider going to like a YouTube convention?
Oh,
talked about it,
we've-
yeah.
We've had discussions.
We have lofty dreams.
So yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
We
Well,
would love
my
to.
worry is that they won't let me in.
Just the mask.
Looking like this, yeah.
That's okay. We'll just let them know that you're with us.
He's our cameraman.
Yeah.
He's the third wheel.
He's our emotional support human.
Yeah. He.
I gotta
But you
have
were
the vest.
Faces scare us, so the mask really helps.
The whole time you're talking to the convention runners, I'm just not saying a word, just staring.
Yeah. You come over, we pet your head.
You sign up to have your own I don't know, like you're a vendor there.
Yeah.
You have your own table and everything, but you sign up under a different, name, alias. But when you get in, you just walk over there in your mask and run your table.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
You don't even get your badge or anything. You just walk up to the table.
Just show up to somebody else's booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to talk to you like, dude, it's my booth, and you just stare them down.
And they're like, I guess it's his booth now.
Yeah.
Hey man, this is my booth. Do you want to talk about it?
Or do you want to leave quietly?
Yeah.
Do you want to have an interview? Please sit down with me.
I've got my phone.
I'm so lonely.
I thought about doing that if I ever get to go to a convention, setting up like a makeshift talk show set. But it's just for people to walk by and just shoot the breeze and leave.
Yeah.
But you sit down with them.
You got the couch. It's like a Letterman. It's
Like you talked about with you on your show.
yeah.
Sitting behind a desk, and then anybody can go sit on that couch, and I'll just talk to them for a little bit, and then they can up and leave.
Yeah. And if they consent to being recorded, you could record them. That'd be a cool little.
How easy
Yeah.
to rope somebody in. I would sit down and be a guest for.
I mean, you walked around a convention, you're there, it's your second day there, you walked around all day the first day. That second day, I look at that couch, I'm sitting down.
Well, then you have
See that
people
masked
lining.
man?
Say what?
See that masked man hanging out by a couch?
Yeah.
That's who I want to go talk to. Well, then you see people lining up, wanting to sit down because clearly it's an interview, and you've created this formal interview setting that people are ready to, hop in line for. But
Everybody gets 5 minutes.
yeah,
$5, 5 minutes.
Yep. It's like a lightning round kind of thing.
there you go.
Ask me one question, please.
You get like a money feeder. So they insert a $5 bill into the money feeder, and the timer starts.
Oh, no pressure.
I'm sitting there with an hourglass.
Yeah. You just no words. You just reach over, emotionless, and just clink and turn it.
And you just look at them.
Yeah,
It's up to them.
yeah. Balls in
The
your
only,
court.
the only thing I say is, "You're on.
Yeah.
We're live."
And then you've got
Well,
a little you've got a little sticky note taped to one side of the hourglass. It just says "Soul Timer,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh my God, what have I signed up for?"
Should have read the fine print.
You want to make a contract?
Yeah.
I'm all out of ink. Your blood'll do.
Or just have a quill.
Like the Harry Potter quill.
Yeah.
You go to write and you go, hang tight. This might sting a little.
Yeah.
You go to start writing.
You really sell it.
I start bleeding on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, for real though, it's okay, and you hand it to him.
It's all good. I'll come to collect soon. or just, it'll all be over soon. And then just leave it there.
Shh, no tears, only dreams now.
I'll cry for you.
A single tear runs down your mask.
Yeah, see, it's already on the mask.
Oh, yeah.
You tell them
Don't
that they
worry.
must put their cell phone on the table so they're not distracted.
Yeah.
And if it rings, you pick it up and you say, sorry, Zachariah's a little tied up right now.
Yeah. My name's Shelly.
Or just, this is Frezzman, and then hang up.
Yeah.
This is Frezzman's new phone. Where's Tommy?
Thank you.
Is this Tommy?
Thank you
No,
for
this is
calling me.
Frezzman. Slam.
I am the host of the show.
And then you start squealing like a pig.
Yeah. Can't do it too loud. My wife's afraid of pigs. She is. She's
You know-
absolutely terrified.
Well, what do you mean, like the regular pigs, or like the giant hogs, or like the little teacup ones?
All of the above.
Yes.
Every single one of them. I kid you not.
The larger ones, I totally understand that, but the little teacup ones,
Yeah, no, like they're so cute.
it's like a burrito with legs.
Yeah. Yeah, she is definitely afraid of them. Like, can't stand them. We don't watch a whole lot of Peppa Pig in this house. That day.
In this house, we appreciate Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
She doesn't eat like pork either, does she?
No, she doesn't. She won't touch it.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
She has to walk in every morning to you and I cooking bacon.
Yeah. Yeah,
What you have to do is you have to like triple down, and you just have to like slow roast a pig.
a full pig.
Oh.
Oh, my God. I'd
And it's like,
get
what's the
divorced
problem?
for sure. She would leave me. Like, that's grounds for in this
Oh.
household. Her dad one time, he bought a pig, to roast and do all that, and God, I don't remember. It was like something to do with, they were like, oh yeah, come on over and we're gonna eat or something. And he's like, oh, you got to check this out, and like took her off to the side and held up the pig's head, just the head,
Oh no!
knowing that she was deathly afraid.
I did not know that story.
Yeah. Well, this was after, like, that's, I mean, I'm sure it contributed, but that's not, she's terrified of pigs because of Saul.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
the pig
not
mask.
where I was expecting that to come from.
Or at least that's what she says, is it's from Saul.
Okay.
But, yeah. Terrified of him.
So,
Gra-
go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, granted, it is disgusting that pig mask has hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, that's terrible. So, for the month of October, Trey and I are giving out advice and tips from, well, I guess really we're sharing content creators who are heavily involved with, like, I don't
Just
know, different.
spookiness, horror, whatever. Like last week's content creator, that Halloween bro did a lot of Halloween decor and drinks and things like that.
Yeah, so we were going to continue with that. So this week, I think we were going to do
A playlist.
a Spotify playlist, and we were going to kind of couple that with Halloween, just horror movies in
Yeah.
general.
So I think I know where you're going with this, but go for it.
Yeah, I was going to get Frezzman's take on what are, like, as far as your list or...
What are your must watch for the month of October? Do you have a must listen to playlist? Like for me, like when it hits September, like I'm pulling out my Halloween playlist, and like it replaces my normal like everyday playlist, and I'm listening to Michael Jackson's Thriller, like the old Ghostbusters, Red Right Hand. Like it's this big playlist of just all kinds of stuff. Do you have anything like that you do?
With songs or music or movies?
Songs or music or artist or playlist or movies.
Well, as you were describing it, I was trying to figure out what I should answer with, because in my eyes, there's different kind of things that people get out of horror. Like Halloween's very much fun horror.
Yeah.
The candy, the witches, the skeletons, that sort of thing.
See, that's my Halloween.
Yeah, but then when you said horror, I immediately jumped to like things that legitimately like upset me and make me uncomfortable in terms of horror.
That's fair. Halloween's all encompassing.
Yeah, and so I will. Am I able to give like a half and half answer?
Oh, of course.
Sure.
So if you want a like day ruiner, like it's not spooky in terms of like haha ooh, but like a genuine like oh god,
Yeah.
It's there's an album that I've encountered, and I haven't listened to the whole thing, and honestly, I'm actually afraid to.
An album? I was
expecting
ready for
movie.
a movie.
Yeah, I was ready for a movie too.
So, well, it's a sort of a weird audio experience, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you've heard of it, or maybe somebody at home has, but it's an album called Everywhere at the End of Time. And what it is it's by a fellow named The Caretaker, who's a musician that makes audio experiences and whatnot.
Okay.
And that album is 6 hours.
Jeez.
6 hours of what is described as an auditory representation of the descent into dementia.
That's wild.
Oh.
Yeah. And I've heard just snippets of it, and it is horrifying. And not like oh, this is cool. It's like, oh, God. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I shouldn't be listening to this. Like,
And you listened with headphones, right? Because that's how you
Yeah.
have to listen to it.
yeah. It's so... like, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. But it's... When I say day ruiner, I mean day ruiner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a hell of a
So-
first pick.
Yeah.
That's a first round draft pick right there.
Yeah. and then, so, as I say, I'm going to start with uncomfortable horror, and then
I'm
I'll
already
go into
uncomfortable.
happy fun horror.
Well, he's succeeded.
Yeah. Okay.
But then on the film/video side, if I can recommend an uncomfortable short film, it's on YouTube, and it is a 1-second loop. It's meant to be played like cyclically in a loop. And
Interesting.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's called There Is Nothing.
There is nothing.
I sense a
Yeah.
theme here. Everywhere at the end of time,
There is nothing.
And there is nothing.
That's very poetic.
There is nothing. It ticks. So I think I mentioned it during our interview, but I have a thing against people staring at me.
Yeah.
And the video There Is Nothing, it is almost nothing but staring. And it makes me so uncomfortable.
That's weird. I'll have to check that out.
yeah.
I'm more
Yeah.
likely to check out There's Nothing than Everywhere at the End of Time.
Well,
like,
I'm curious now
Yeah.
about
So-
everywhere at the end of time. I've got to.
Yeah.
So what I would recommend to you guys specifically, I would look at analysis videos, because they do cover the whole gamut.
Okay.
Like there's a video, I'll have to go back and find it, but there's a video that actually talks about each part, because it's in 6 parts over 6 hours.
Okay.
But he goes over, like, not like, the video's not 6 hours, the video's like 20 odd minutes, but he talks about each aspect of the stages of deterioration, that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Kind of breaks it down.
Yeah.
That's
and
wild.
it's fascinating. And I want to take a day and just listen, like, like start to finish, no breaks, just like have it on my phone, and just listen to the whole thing.
I probably
And the
wouldn't play it
problem is,
now with the
I
copyright
don't.
issues.
Yeah, but I
that your
don't know if I
blame?
want to.
Oh, okay. I was like, I wouldn't play it now with copyright. I don't want to get hit with copyright issues.
Oh, it's no.
But then on the fun side of it, I want people to have fun this whole week.
Yeah.
Please, God, don't start with my first recommendations. I'd say good horror movie if you're just starting out. I'd say go campy. Maybe Evil Dead.
What was the first one?
1 or 2.
Oh, he's saying
What's
go campy with it, like Evil Dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So like Evil Dead 1 serious, but then Evil Dead 2 is kind of silly but scary at the same time. It's got that Halloween vibe to it.
Yeah.
And there's a really good song it's repurposed from a pre-existing song that I think maybe I'll end with that recommendation.
Okay.
Is a song, it's a remix of the song The Boys Are Back in Town. But the new version is The Boys Are Back in Town, parentheses, to kill you.
Okay.
And it's goofy as goofy can get, but I love it to death.
I love these recommendations just because, like, I love that you added in There Is Nothing. Like,
Existential Nightmare, Boys Are Back in Town to kill you.
Yeah, like, I don't know. They wouldn't have shown up had we not asked, because I've never heard of anything like that. But it's something so different and so unique. I dare say there's probably not a lot of people that know of. I mean, I'm sure there are a million, like the Everywhere at the End of Time is probably semi-popular, but I don't know. Like, I never would have thought about it. I don't know if our listeners will have heard of it. So
with the There Is Nothing, I'm looking at a video that was posted 15 years ago, and it's called Dining Room or There Is Nothing. Is that?
Yes.
That's it?
Is it a woman staring directly into your soul?
Yes, with fire behind her outside of the house.
Yep, that's her.
that's her.
Yep.
Don't like it.
Oh, Lester.
Oh, it's unsettling. I just watched
I don't
a
like
minute
it at
and
all.
8 seconds of it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's meant to be played continuous on a loop. Like the video itself is a perfect loop from start to finish.
Yeah, well, it's like she started upright before she fell into her soup, and the camera went out, and then it goes back in, and she is revived, and it's like it was forward then backward, and
Yeah.
You don't understand that in you describing that, I started looking around my room.
yeah. Wait a minute.
Don't like it.
What?
Why is? Okay, this is freaky. Oh, I just got chills.
You good?
Did you get to the end?
Well, yeah, but like, so the video was 1 minute and 8 seconds long.
Yeah.
I got to 47 seconds, and it was giving me the replay option. It wasn't the pause button option, like. But then I scrolled it forward, and it was still the replay option.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't be getting the replay option before the video's over.
Yeah.
Well, also, if I could recommend am I cool to recommend a horror channel?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So I stumbled across this channel very recently, but the tone that it sets forward is really good.
Okay.
It's called the Mandela Catalog.
Ooh,
That's a cool name.
it really is.
And there is, I showed it to Lady Spucaria a specific moment, and I don't like jump scares. I don't like things like, jumping out at the camera. But there is something that I would consider a jump scare, but it does the opposite of what most jump scares do, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
But it also ticks that box of like something staring at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I'll do my best to describe it because even my description's not going to do what you see justice.
Okay.
But it's footage of like a home security system, and it's staring into the dark, like you can't see anything. But then you hear what sounds like footsteps, and those footsteps are running really fast, and they're getting louder and closer to the camera.
Oh no.
And suddenly you see not an entire face, but like from the nose to the forehead of like eyes just staring right into the lens. And it's just like
I don't like it.
Probably unnerving.
I don't like it.
that whole video is unnerving, but that moment I was happy that it wasn't a loud jump scare,
Like
but I
the
was just like,
screech.
ugh.
Yeah.
So
I hate that in movies. What's that?
Yeah, this video, There's Nothing, or Dining Room, or There's Nothing, I've never seen a video act that way. Maybe it's my app messing up,
I
but
can't look it on my phone or
it's
I'd check.
just funny that it's acting up because it says it stopped at 47 seconds
Yeah.
and told me it hit the little replay button.
Yeah.
There was still time to go, but it stopped. It did it again on 50-something, and I went back, played it again. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds. It stopped on 1 minute, like as if the video
Like
finished.
it's done, yeah.
But there's still 8 seconds left, and I can't hit play. It's just replay.
It's the magic, like...
But then when
sounds
I
like a creepypasta. Like, what's that last 8 seconds?
when I hit replay, it goes back to the beginning.
That's weird.
And every time I've let it play through, it gets a little bit further, a little bit further. So I don't know what the last 8 seconds looks like.
You'll never know. You'll probably never know.
I bet it'll let me now because it's let me move ahead 10 seconds further.
Yeah.
But I just kind of want to leave it alone because it's creepy and it's
Yeah.
weird and cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, you recommended me a video that has freaked me out because of the way it is affecting
My phone.
my phone.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
You're welcome, party people. Well,
Well, in the time where you talk about that, my cat managed to claw me silly. Ow.
you okay?
Oh, yeah, I think.
I think it's just hepatitis.
Well, he hooked me pretty good.
Yeah.
Ow. I put him on camera, too, very quietly.
Wait,
Well, that's why he's camera shy.
Sterling, I'm going to need you to not... Just... Why? Why is it when I'm recording? Hold on. And...
because I
he
know.
He hates this package of, like, antacid tablets that I'll shake at him, and then he runs away.
Get.
But...
I can't wait to watch this back and watch you get clawed. Or can we see it?
You'll see me very silently struggling to unclaw my leg and my stomach.
For those of you watching, present Josh and Trey do not know what that looks like because we can't see Frezzman right now. But that is,
Yep.
But future Josh and Trey, they'll know.
yeah, good for them.
Good for
That's
them.
future me's problem.
Yep. Well,
Well,
for our Halloween playlist, you can find that linked down below. Should probably throw that together.
Probably we'll have one by Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I have my own Halloween playlist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I've
What's
slowly
the top of the playlist?
added to over the years.
What would you say is like let's say music. What is the quintessential Halloween song to you?
Dude, so for me personally, there's I have to start it every year, but like Thriller, that kind of like that thoom thoom doo doo, like just something about it is just Halloween for me. That or very very close second, like tied for first, almost is Ghostbusters. Like I hear that come up and I'm just like, it's spooky time, like.
It's time.
It's time
What
for
about
the spooky.
Yeah.
What about spooky scary skeletons?
That's a good one too. That's up there probably third or fourth. Like it's highly rated.
For me, it's Panic at the Disco's This Is Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Specifically Panic at the Disco's, huh?
Yeah.
Not Marilyn Manson's or the classic.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Or the classic.
Yeah.
The classic's right up there with it, but
Yeah.
I like that was the first time I'd ever heard that
Oh,
song.
okay.
I
That's
didn't,
right.
I didn't watch.
That's right.
My parents didn't let me watch that when I was a kid.
Talked about that last episode.
Yeah. My mom wouldn't let my dad allow me to watch pro wrestling, but then she remarried. That man loved pro wrestling, and by 10, I was flipping off teachers and trying to give other kids the Stone Cold Stunner.
What?
Well, he didn't start what
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Yeah. Hi, meet your new stepdad, Freddie. It doesn't matter what your name is.
I'm imagining you doing that to your teacher at school.
I hit a kid in the head with a textbook because to me, in my head, I'm like, I got to hold it like a steel chair.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he did. I was looking for an excuse to hit him really with anything. And just right on top of the dome, just with
Johnny.
a big old, no, it was Brandon.
Oh, Brandon.
Right on top of the head with a textbook, a big old thick textbook.
Thick.
I have this image in my head of like, all right, everybody get to class, and everybody's already sitting at their desk, and you come walking out with a belt.
Well, I walk in, entrance music plays.
Canes, music.
Yeah. I raise my arms up, drop it, and fire shoots out of the teacher's desk.
Or it's like, all right, students, welcome your new classmate, and you hear, no chance! That's what you got?
Yeah. Walk in with the Vince McMahon strut. I look at the teacher and go, you're fired.
It was me, Austin!
It was me. He takes the hood off.
You walk in with the hood, and then you leave to go to the bathroom, and you come out in your street clothes, and you're like, who was that hooded guy? That was crazy.
Man, that guy's a nutcase. He should be expelled.
Man, that's crazy. I wonder who that is.
My respect for you went up when you said, it's me, Austin, because that's from 99.
It's one of my favorite wrestling moments.
So,
because
go ahead.
Well, that whole clip, there's so much setup. It's like, well, Vince is backstage. Look, there's a video. And he's like, oh, I'm not coming out there.
Right. Well, as a kid, I was like, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Like, it
Yeah.
blew my mind. But as an adult, I hear all these people online like, oh, yeah, that was a really bad storyline because everybody knew that it was Vince McMahon under the hood and working with The Undertaker. And I'm like, or no, he was the higher power.
Yeah.
They were calling Vince the higher power. Leave it to Vince McMahon to call himself
The higher power.
basically God.
Yeah.
The powers that be. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what he was calling himself, wasn't it? The higher power or something?
I think so.
But yeah, he took the hood off and it was like, oh, wow, it was Vince.
Yeah.
Man.
No, McMahon.
McMahon. Like, nobody saw that coming. And then as an adult, I'm like, oh, I guess it was pretty obvious, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But as a kid, my brain was just blown.
So Frezzman.
Well, I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, what's up? What was your question?
Well, I was going to ask if people were looking to find Frezzman and they wanted to listen, like they wanted more of your content, where could they find you? And then secondly, no pressure or anything. Like you can give whatever answer you want to, but your favorite interview that you've done so far.
Oh, that's not fair. That's Trey asking, not me.
No, for real.
So-
I'm dead serious. Like if it's us, it's us. But if it's not, I would love to know like what video.
You're wrong for that.
What video? Like if you could point people to a video for them to watch, where do you want them? Like the quintessential
God.
Frezzman. What is that? What video is that?
So, I'll start with the first one.
Okay.
You wonderful party people at home, and Trey and Josh, if you feel like watching some more of my videos, you can find me at my channel, which shares my same name, Frezzman, Frezzman, and I look a lot like this, pointing at my own head again. But, in terms of my favorite interview, that's it's like asking a parent who their favorite child is, because
That's
there is
fair.
a favorite,
Oh,
but
yeah,
you
there
don't
is.
want to really say it out loud. I will put forth at least a sort of it's an answer to your question, but the context to it is different, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because for certain, some interviews do go smoother than others.
For sure.
In terms of recording, or there's no time crunch, that sort of thing. But I will say the one that to this day I can't believe I even got the interview was with David Howard Thornton.
Okay.
And for those of you at home who may not know who that is, he played Art the Clown in the film Terrifier.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
How'd you land
And
that?
I asked him. It was that easy.
Sometimes it is like it.
Well-
people would be surprised if you never know what you'll get if you just ask.
We just landed one that is pretty nifty.
Yeah.
Is it a secret?
I was wondering. I didn't know if we were going to elaborate or what you just.
Well, I mean, I don't mind. I would rather promote the crap out of it.
Oh, okay.
I'd like people to know that it's coming up.
Okay. Well,
Who
have
is
at
it?
it.
So Shauna Stoker,
Is it me?
who
Shanna.
is
Shanna.
Shanna. Gosh, I thought I was saying it right.
It's okay.
Shanna Stoker. I was saying Shayna,
Yeah.
and I threw out Shauna. Good Lord. Shanna Stoker,
Shane McMahon.
who is a descendant of Bram Stoker, who
Yeah.
created Dracula.
Yeah. Wrote Dracula.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Hey, hit her up, dude, because we found her on TikTok and she said she was open to doing interviews. So we just reached out and she was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. Like,
Oh, I have so many questions.
so see, she may be getting a double feature. She may end up on Frezzman's channel too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is it was insane because we just assumed that we would be talking about her,
Heritage and her she runs a store called the Ghoulish Garb, sells like tarot decks and tapestries and all kinds of stuff, but she's also an actress and a singer.
and quite an accomplished one
Yeah,
at that.
so look for that coming probably next week.
Yep. So we were impressed by her resume. She's got her resume on her website, and oh my gosh, the voice that she
Yeah.
has, it's wild.
So I think Frezzman has an interview, an email to write after this.
Right.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because, well, like when you asked who's your favorite interview,
Yeah.
there's also like something that a lot of people don't consider is that I look forward to every interview. There's never been an interview where it's like, oh, I have to, get this recorded or something like that.
Yeah.
But after doing David Howard Thornton's, because I'm a huge fan of that film, Terrifier.
Yeah.
I just looked it up to see if I recognized it. I don't believe I've ever seen it.
I as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, I know that clown.
It's gruesome, but I recommend it. That's Halloween viewing right there. There you go.
Well, it says Terrifier 2 is coming out 2022.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
They've been working on it for a while, but since the whole thing, it's slowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I talked to him back in like 2018, and just a sec. But how do I word it? I kept my cool. I'm not one to be like, oh my god, I'm such a big fan.
Yeah.
But I kept my cool, had a really good talk with him, and then the minute I ended the Skype call, I was with my ex at the time, and I turned around and I just went, that went so well. And like, I don't think that's something people realize, that in every interview, the minute I stop hitting recording, I'm like, yes, you did it.
That's good.
Nice.
I like to hear that.
Right. That you're that you've got that much of a passion for it that it means something to you.
Yeah, because like you see people like they're professional people, like professional interviewers, like people that do that for a living. They probably finish up with an interview and go, "Oh my God, I'm glad that's over." But it's awesome that you can maintain that energy throughout and like hit that end and just be like, "That was incredible."
Well, you haven't. Nobody's seen the episode yet, as of recording.
Yeah.
But in this next episode of Demasked, we do talk about, what what each person sort of wants out of their channel.
Yeah.
Like some people want to make money, or play video games and then record it and all that sort of thing. And I've already accomplished my goal with Demasked.
Well, that's awesome.
Which was?
So it's all just kind of a victory lap from here. But the main goal was just make friends, talk to interesting people, and that's it, really.
That's fantastic.
What is like? It's a simple goal, but it's a lofty one at the same time. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I like that.
I mean, after 50 plus interviews, and having an interview with these folks, well, like after we finished with yours on your show, I felt like I'd gained a new, if nothing else, an internet friend.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that was really cool. So for you to have done that 50 times, 50 plus,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah. And and I'm not the best of at keeping in contact.
I feel that. I'm the same way.
Oh yeah.
And that's not even just a YouTube thing. I mean every aspect of my life.
Me too.
I'm terrible about following up with people, but no, I'll try to check in, see how people are doing.
Sure. Well, it was cool just being able to sit down and, us trying to connect and have the, make the audio sound good or just connect in general.
Yeah.
And it was like talking to an old friend,
Mm-hmm. Talking about before this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was.
And I've founded a theory that I think is a thing, but I'm not sure to what degree. If that, I think, and this wasn't the original intent, but I think it's worked out that way, is that it's easier for a complete stranger to talk to somebody wearing a mask.
You've mentioned that.
On
your episode, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about,
But
I was like, maybe it's because there's no facial feature, like, it's so blank, like, it's not as intimidating, like...
When whatever you say, you're looking at a person's face to see how they're going to respond.
Yeah.
They could be a deep thinker, and their face is scrunched up.
Yeah.
So maybe you think they don't care for what you just said.
And it's almost not real. Like, it's almost like talking to a mannequin or something. Like, you're not talking to a person.
Right. So
Like-
you're not going to be judged, at least as far as facial expressions go.
Yeah, as
no
far as
matter
you know.
what you say.
Am I not real?
Frezzman is not real. He's Bruce Campbell.
I'm looking at my hands like, is this it?
You just disappear. You start fading.
Oh,
Like Marty
Back to
McFly.
the Future, just the hand kind of. but no, I think it personally for me, it's easier to remember nicknames than it is to remember actual names.
Okay.
You can remember me as
And-
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
the Red Demon.
Oh, Red Demon and MDD over here. MDD.
Well, and I have some YouTube people that I've met. I have their phone numbers, but
Oh, yeah.
their phone numbers, their contact is their YouTube name.
Nice.
Because that's easier for me to remember.
Yeah, then Jerry. Like,
Gary.
Oh,
Jerry.
Submarine Man 4 too?
yeah. Hadn't talked in a while. I need to text him.
Yeah.
I'm bad at reaching out.
Triple X Silent Assassin 420.
Yeah. Oh, Garrett.
Well, so I met a buddy of mine who I had made friends with on Steam
Yeah.
and I didn't know his real name, but our mutual friend did. So it's like, we're going to go meet, Ben. I'm like, who the fuck's Ben?
Who?
Then they told me the screen name. I'm like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
Ben.
Oh, old Ben.
Old Ben.
Well, I'm great with faces. I'm awful with names.
Mm.
That's fine. At least you can recognize them if they come up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
And
you.
with
How
any
you been?
luck, they'll be able to recognize me
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. Well, Frezzman, I think we're going to wrap it up. Is there anything you'd like to leave our good people and the party people out there listening?
Any profound messages?
It could be anything. Anything you want.
Yeah. Remember, you have to live
You
with
know,
the consequences of your choices right here.
My knee-jerk reaction was to like stare into the camera and be like, "I've seen your dick, Mark Duplass."
That's what I was expecting from you.
But then I'm like, that's too easy. I gotta actually give a real answer.
Well,
but no, I'd say to the party people at home, tell your friends about this here podcast and the people on this podcast, and then the person that they're interviewing in this specific episode.
yes.
Tell your friends.
All right. Well, thank you, Frezzman. It has been a delight and a pleasure, like a tasty ice cream cone on a hot summer day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or like a really great interview on a stormy night.
That too. Like a bowl of
And-
of coffee beans
Yeah.
on a
Beans.
Just dripping
Grating
wet
beans.
shrimp. Joshua.
bowl of wet
Yeah.
dripping shrimp. So yeah, thank you, sir, for being our guest this time around. Was
Of course.
wonderful, and we will have you back on for
No
sure.
takesies backsies.
Oh. You will be on my show.
Yeah, you gave us the option on your show. We're not giving you the option. You'll be here.
You'll be
again.
back.
Well, allow me to say that it has been a pleasure and an honor to be on here. This has been fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. That really means a lot. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
from a host of
yeah.
your caliber telling us that it's been an honor and a pleasure.
That
So
making me tear up a little bit. That was like legitimately. That was really sweet. Thank you.
yeah, I got to bring us back down to like I don't know, Dookie,
Yeah. Mark Duplass's dick.
fart. or,
Gotta derail it. We're back on the rails.
We're back to Derailed with Josh Hip.
that is not my last name. That is your boss.
Yeah, I don't know why that just.
I mean,
came out of
I'm
me.
your daddy, but
Yeah.
you don't have to. Mix me.
I have this image in my head of like a literal train on the tracks. You're like, why are we back on the tracks?
Yeah.
This is not okay. I'm wearing this conductor hat, and it's on backwards. We're going off-roading, you SOBs.
We are shoveling coffee beans into the furnace.
Yeah, let's go! Toot, toot.
I thought you were going to say you're shoveling coffee beans in your ass. I don't know why.
Oh no!
Well, they
Butt
do
chug
make,
You are the
coffee beans.
conductor.
You
You,
heard it
make
here
this thing
first.
go.
they do make coffee enemas.
Oh, yeah?
They do.
Oh god! Yeah, you're right. Ah, son of a bitch.
I've never had one, but I don't know.
Well, whoever makes coffee enemas, if you want to sponsor us.
I'll use I use a pressure washer. It's fine.
Talking about blowing your insides out.
Oh, what was it you said earlier? Rip and tear until what?
Rip and tear until it is done.
That's you with your. That's where you got that line from. With you and your pressure washer.
It's a service he offers. That's his slogan.
I actually have to go tomorrow after the painting project we have.
Oh, yeah, and go pressure wash.
I have to go price a pressure washing job. I'm gonna be thinking about
Ask them if they
Frezzman.
want an enema with it.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna be like, I have to go tomorrow and get a coffee enema.
this is crazy.
First time.
I go to Starbucks and they have a special room.
Providence.
Jerry comes in with a funnel.
Oh, is that the one off the internet, Jerry?
Yeah, XXX Assassin 420.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
It's
Old Jerry Bear.
It's one of those water bladders that you use to clear pipes.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God.
and
With that being said, thank you for watching, people. Hey, don't forget to check out Frezzman's channel.
Please check out Frezzman's channel. You can find it in the description below. You can find it in the show notes if you're listening on wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, wherever. I don't care. You can find it in the show notes, a link to his channel.
And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Check us out on Apple iTunes and yeah, that's who does iTunes, Apple,
Yeah,
just in
Apple
case you
iTunes.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Spotify,
As opposed to Pear iTunes.
right? iCarly
Carly.
reference. Yeah, Audible. We're on Audible. We didn't know that.
Yeah, we're on Audible if you want to listen to this nonsense and pay credits for it.
It's free.
we'll be shipping
Okay.
out cassette tapes.
So, with that being said, check out next week's episode with
Shanna Stoker. I almost said Shauna because you called her Shauna. I almost fucking said that.
Well, I've been calling her Shayna.
Yeah, I know.
And it's
Oh, no, Shayna's over there.
that's just Shane. Yeah, say hi, Shane.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, like,
What?
subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out Frezzman. Until next time, we've been the Scottish Hush Puppy, and I got some food to go eat.
And until then, my ghastly gang, stay spooky.
Jordan Bell stirred. Jordan Bell stirred.
Create shit. Build anything. Make it real.
I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Bell third. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc.